We'll take a quick before and after look at how the sheep and goats have affected all of the honeysuckle beds and other plants on these silvopastures that are underway. So this whole area is just a sea of honeysuckle. It got a good toehold here when this property was clear-cut in 1992 and thrived in the understory as the loblolly pines came up. And then as soon as we had it commercially thinned for pulpwood, the honeysuckle completely exploded, and now it's just wall-to-wall honeysuckle. So for now, it's not that big of a deal. Of course, species like deer will eat this all winter since it's evergreen, so it does support some wildlife. The real problem will be when we want to regenerate stand and have new trees come up, it's going to choke out all the new trees, and we're going to have a lot of difficulty getting a new forest to come back eventually. So we really need to get control of it. And of course, it is outcompeting a number of other types of plants that could come up now that can't because the honeysuckle's smothering them. So we want to get good control. So we'll pan over. This is the electronet fence we use to contain the animals on one section of silvopasture at a time. And so beyond it, you can see where they've been foraging for about a month now. So the only difference between this side and that side is about a month of foraging by the sheep and goats. Now, depending on how small of an area you give them, of course, they can accomplish the same thing in a day or a week. They're in a large area of about 5 or 6 acres now, so it just takes them a little longer to get to everything. So on this side, the honeysuckle is fairly well controlled. They haven't killed it yet. You know, it's going to keep resprouting, but it'll get weaker and weaker every year, and eventually, a combination of this and some controlled burns will really get it under control, and then a lot of other things will have the opportunity to come up, whether it's native grasses and forbs, or eventually a new forest that's going to replace this one. Alright, so that's what you get before and after controlling honeysuckle in the understory. Next, we'll go take a look at before and after hand thinning.